Like we compare the value of we compare the value of what is actually being the value of what is actually being recovered to what was expected. So what we plan in the block in the drill hole model to what is actually in the mine, to see if we are doing a good job or if we are going lower, just so that we are sure that we are on the right track. If we are going higher than expected or lower than expected, so that we can change what we do or just look for another area to mine or whatever. Um, so this is also interesting. What we do is we kind of help the team responsible for, it's called all characterization, but are girls for mining. But what we do here is actually get all the information of every part of the mine to be to ensure that we are at the actual ore or the actual gold. And we use different criteria, which I don't have time to go about, but we just get all the specific information and pass it to the ore planning team. And the ore planning team pass it to the mine. And like you can see here, this is actually was taken in real time. This is okay, so can you see okay, so this is the truck and this is the, for example, please can you decide if you want to record or not? It's a little distracting. Sorry. Um, sorry about that. So for example, if one other thing we help, my team and I helped to do as a geologist is when the miners notice that there is something that is not coherent. For example, they know what we expect when we see the ore, and it doesn't look like it. They call the geologist to confirm. So for example, this point, according to the model or according to what they are supposed to carry, it looks like ore. But when you go on the field, it's actually waste. And so this one, I just told them, oh no, it's waste. You have to change it. So these are the kind of things we do every day. This is ore as well here. And I confirmed that it's actually an ore, so it's good. This is ore. It's actually an ore. So on a daily basis, when they have doubts like that, we help them to identify and we can change the area that the material will be deposited in. One other thing I did, which is one of the coolest parts for me as well, identification of risk. So any normal person that sees this rock would not think anything about it because, well, it's just a bench, it's just a rock. But as a geologist, it's so cool that you see the rock in a different way. So I'm looking at the rock, but I'm seeing all the structures it has. And because of that, I can see that it potentially has a piece that could fall at any time. And I'm like, what are you people doing here? And they're like, no, it's safe. And I'm like, yeah, it's not safe. You have to leave. So these are the type of things that being a geologist makes you visualize or envision things differently, especially when you have to do with rocks. And so I kind of did this risk analysis and we had to inform everyone in the mine so no one would be here on the night shift. And we waited until it actually fell because there was a blasting happening in that zone. So we knew it would fall soon anyway. This is one of the things I did. Also, anybody driving through here, they might not even notice this line, but obviously there was a potential for this block to fall. And so that's the advantage of a geologist. When you become a geologist, you see things differently and then you can identify things from different perspectives. So this is also one of the kind of things I did. You see how the rock is hanging, but someone that is driving through, because of the perspective they are coming from, they might not even know, and this is the road, and it could potentially hurt somebody. So situation risk and informing everyone so that everyone is safe and no one gets hurt. One of the things that might be cool about working in the mine is kind of being able to plan like the mine, the pits, whether it's underground or open pits, being able to plan. So this is just the geotechnical model showing different rock types and where they are located. So because each rock has different if you know what a schist is, it's much more unstable than a gneiss. So because of the information that a geologist has, it's easy to be able to create a model of how the mine will be. And do you want to know how the mine looks? Here it is. So we know the areas where different rocks are, and then we know how to treat those areas differently because we know the information of information from the geologist or the geological or geotechnical perspective. So at 2021, this was how the mine looked. I'm sure it's much more deeper than it is now. And now. So why mining? First, I would say following up with Nigeria has an untapped potential of at least can be why mining is important. Also, how many of us use phones? Okay, so actually where I'm going with that is every phone cannot exist, or no phone can exist without minerals or without mining happening. And so you are using a phone now and you can do all these wonderful things, go on the internet, surf, talk to people across the world, go on TikTok, go on Instagram. But that would have never been possible if mining wasn't in place, or if one of these minerals was not present. There is no way that it would come together to make, the smartphone you use today. Also, does anybody here have a bicycle? I'm sure at least one person does. If you do, definitely it's a result of, someone has mined something somewhere that resulted in your bicycle coming up. There's rubber. I know rubber is it's gotten from plants in most cases, but you have iron and steel, you have aluminum, so minerals actually exist in our everyday life. Or do you even brush your teeth? I'm sure everyone here, we brushed our teeth today. And so yes, rocks exist in toothpaste. And so you see mining, so people think about mining and they visualize mining to be something very far, but mining is a part of our lives, literally. Like there's so many things that we won't have, even if this computer that I'm using to have this conversation with all of you now, there's something inside, or at least 10 things inside that required something mined. Why mining? Okay, so are you open for a greener, more sustainable future? Actually, if you want wind turbines, we need mining to achieve that. There are so many of the minerals that might be used to create these things that you can't just get without mining happening. Also, think about it. You want solar panels. That's also a way to kind of get to a sustainable future when we start going into renewable energy. But fortunately, we also need mining to be able to get some of these things in place. So if something is not mined, Sorry, if it is not grown, it is mine. So since I'm not a farmer, I think going into mining is the next big thing, at least personally for me. So sustainable mining holds the promise of igniting a new era for human advancement and civilization. And I want you to think about this. Imagine we had like an iron age, we had like a stone age. Then the more we knew, the more we developed. Now we are in like the internet or technological age. Who knows the potential for where we are going next? I feel like the more we discover and the more we understand and the more we can get from the things we know, especially when it's done sustainably, it has a very, very strong potential to like skyrocket us to the next level of our civilization. Also, geologists play a significant role in making this happen. So that's why I'm talking to you today as a geologist. So why geology though? First, and this is personal for me because I'm a mine geologist, in every stage of mining, we need geologists. So there is no stage here. I know that like mining engineers are specific to like maybe mine ops or mine designs, but like when you are talking about anything has to do with the earth or just knowing the rock or understanding the deposits, geologists are your best bet. So if there's ever going to be a mine or anything, they'll need you when you become a geologist. Also, I want to say, like I just mentioned, geologists are needed wherever we work with life or resources or earth on space. So just imagine you can do work here. You can also do work in space. Isn't that cool? So there are other potential paths for geologists. I know that I am specifically in the oh, I didn't even put mine in here. And specifically, well, I'm a geoscientist, I'm a mine geologist, so I'm specifically here. But there are lots of other career paths that geologists can take. So you can either choose to be a geochemist, a paleontologist, environmental. So when you're in geology and you focus on being a geoscientist, if you choose to be a mineralogist tomorrow, you can switch because you already have the basic knowledge. If you want to move into environment tomorrow, it's not so hard because like the most important thing is understanding the basics and the sky is the limit from there. Something that's also interesting is different industries for geologists. So for example, I'm working in the mineral exploration company now. I can decide to move into space exploration. I can decide to focus on oil and gas or construction. So geologists have a potential to diversify the industry they work, or if you get bored of oil, you can go to water. If you get bored of water, you can go to minerals. So I feel like geology is one of the career paths that has the potential for that. This is just to mention a few. So key takeaways from this presentation, I would say, is being a geologist has the potential to impact multiple industries. Yes, you can specialize in one, but geology kind of opens the way for you to be able to have an impact in more than one industry throughout your career. Also, a geologist can have diverse career paths. So you can choose to start somewhere and move to another place. And it's easy. Why? Because you have the basic knowledge. Also, being a geologist is fun. One other thing I think is important to say is if I can, then I think you definitely can as well. Last thing, geologists get to travel the world. So being a geologist will take you lots of places. And so with that, I come to the end of my presentation. Thank you. Any questions are welcome. I hope you all can still hear me because it's quiet. I don't know. Okay. So if you have any questions, please. If not,
thank you for that presentation, Ms. Funmilade Akinleye. Before I start introducing our remaining speakers for today. Note that after the presentation, robust discussions will come along. So we implore participants to get their comments ready. You can drop your questions in the chat box below.
This meeting is recorded. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and good citizens of the global community. My name is Ms. Darasimi Esan, and I'm here to speak about the topic which inspires. My name is Ms. Darasimi Esan. I'm here to speak about the topic which inspires me. I'm here to speak about the history and bodies of the
something that really will.
Good evening.
Darasimi experiencing little technical difficulties. So we're working towards that. Sorry for the delay.
Good evening. Please, am I audible to all participants?
Yes, you are.
I can't seem to hear the speaker. I'm guessing she's experiencing some technical difficulties. But before she joins us, I would just like to engage the panelists that just concluded. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your presentation, it was really insightful. And I like how you were very cautious to not use some technical terms so as not to confuse us and those that are just joining us. So I would like to ask you a question. There's an echo. Am I still audible? Am I audible, please? Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm hearing you, Dollarine. Go on, Dollarine. Engineer Yemi, see, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So this question is directed at Madam Funmilade Akinleye. I noticed you were interested in the Girls for Mining platform, because you said you have your history aligns you with that initiative. So I would like to ask, for your upcoming ladies that are interested in pursuing a career in geology, in mining in general, what are recommended initiatives that you think could align with the Girls for Mining platform? I think one of the issues we are having currently is there is no course that teaches mining at the secondary school level, the primary school level. So how would you speak to us as women in mining in Nigeria? How do you think we can curb some of these challenges? And how do you think we can further enrich the initiative that is Girls for Mining based on your experience?
One thing I want to just highlight first is so is that the only question you asked? I was away for a bit. Is that the only
Yes,
okay.
That is the only question.
One thing at least personally for me, I was interested in mining, but I don't think I learned anything about mining while I was in the university. I learned everything on the job. However, I would say it would be a good thing if like universities or at least schools can introduce, because here in this part of the world, like mining is incorporated into the curriculum, and maybe not in detail, but at least as an introductory thing. Then people that want they get inspired to do it in the university. I feel like the fact that there might not be lots of mines in Nigeria or lots of active mines currently in Nigeria might have a role to play, at least if people can go to, because I know that mines, there's more of oil and gas than mining in Nigeria. From my own perspective, I think like universities should start incorporating mining, like a mining department or mining engineering department. As I don't know if that is a thing, but having a mind to work with when they finish in Nigeria is also a thing. So if we can start working in mining, as in if we can start working on improving the mining I want to say framework, the infrastructure, and just be more involved in developing the mining sector in Nigeria, I think it will make a big difference. Because if people see themselves in mining or working in mining, it's easier for them to go and study mining. But if they don't see the potential for it, then it's very unlikely that they would even pursue a career in it. So I think that's the fact. I guess I would say I was lucky to have gotten an opportunity to do an exchange in the mining industry that kind of put me in that landscape. But not many people get that opportunity. So people have to see themselves. For example, if you want to work in the bank, it's easy for you to do accounting because there are lots of banks. So people have to be able to see themselves there first before they can pursue a career there. So that's, and if you like, because I know that the other speakers, we can meet, we can talk about this in detail later, and I can see what I can do to help and to inspire the girls.
Thank you so much for that wonderful response. I truly appreciate. Like you earlier stated, schools should start training. This was at the conference I just attended. This was one of the focuses as well. Schools should start to train children on the mining sector, engage them in scholarships so they can go for exchange programs and such. I think here in Ghana, they have what they know as the University of Mines. So during discussions with the Chamber of Mines, they were present and they noted that they started a scholarship program that speaks to a quota of 60% girls. The quota must be 60% girls and 40% boys. So this scholarship program allows these children to go to the University of Mines and study. Well, it was really interesting to me because that is definitely not present in Nigeria. However, I'm sure with discussions like this and awareness, we're definitely getting there. The G4M is definitely a step forward. I see the third speaker is available. Miss Darasimi Esan, are you ready to engage with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please proceed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and citizens of the global community. A most fulfilling day to you. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to speak to you on the topic who inspires me and what I am inspired to become in the future. I am here to speak about someone who truly embodies the meaning of inspiration. As we may know or have encountered, inspiration is like a gentle breeze on a sunny day, filling your heart with warmth and your mind with possibilities. I find it to be the switch that turns the spark on, which unavoidably ignites your creativity, the motivation that propels you forward, and the light that guides you through challenges. Inspiration is the whispered voice of hope, the gentle touch of encouragement, and the embrace of belief. I find mine in someone who has always been there for me, pushing me to be the best version of myself, encouraging me to reach far and beyond the stars and never giving up on my dreams. that person is my mom. My mom is not just a caregiver, she is a pillar of strength, a beacon of hope, and a true example of love and dedication. Throughout my life, she has shown the importance of hard work, determination, and perseverance. She has always been my biggest cheerleader, supporting me in all my endeavors and never allowing me to settle for mediocrity. But what truly sets my mom apart is her unwavering faith in God. It is the faith that gives her the strength to face any challenge with grace and resilience, and to always see the silver lining in even the darkest of times. Her relationship with God is a constant source of inspiration for me, reminding me of the power of faith and the importance of staying connected to something greater than ourselves. Permit me to mention my mom's dedication to my academic success. From a much younger age, she instilled in me a love for learning and a thirst for knowledge. She pushed me to excel in school and stood by me in those times when learning became relatively difficult, always reminding me of the importance of education and the doors it can open for me in the future. Her unwavering support and guidance has been instrumental in shaping me into the person I am today and the young, bright woman of substance I hope to be someday. My mom is not just an inspiration for me. She is a guiding light, a source of strength, and a true role model. Her encouraging words, her strong faith, and her dedication to my academic success has shaped me into the person I am today. I am forever grateful for her love, her support, and her unwavering belief in me. Thank you, Mom, for inspiring me to be the best version of myself and, of course, the pro version of you. As for what I am inspired to become when I grow up, as I look ahead to the possibilities that lie in store for me, one thing is clear. I am inspired to become a data analyst. Data analysis to me is more than just numbers and statistics. It is the art of uncovering hidden patterns, drawing meaningful insights, and telling compelling stories from raw data. It is the process of transforming chaos into clarity, uncertainty into understanding, and complexity into simplicity. As a data analyst, I am driven by the challenge of unraveling the mysteries that lie within data and translating them into valuable knowledge that can drive decision making and spark innovation. The role of a data analyst is multifaceted and dynamic. It involves collecting, organizing, and analyzing data to identify trends, patterns, and correlations. It requires a keen eye for detail, a curious mind, and a knack for problem solving. Data analysts play a crucial role in business, organizations, and industries across the globe, helping them make informed decisions, optimize processes, and stay ahead of the curve in a data-driven world. But the significance of a data analyst goes just beyond numbers, graphs, and graphs. Data analysts have the power to transform data into actionable insights that can drive positive change and impact the global community. They have the ability to uncover new opportunities, solve complex problems, and drive innovation in fields ranging from healthcare to finance and to technology and beyond. In a world where data is king, and data analysts are the knights who wield the sword of knowledge to slay the dragons of uncertainty and ignorance. In conclusion, I am inspired to become a data analyst because I believe in the power of data to shape the future, drive progress, and make a difference in the world. I am excited to embark on this journey to immerse myself in the world of data analysis and to use my skills, which I am certain my mom will yet inspire me to develop, and passion to contribute meaningfully to the global community. Thank you for your kind attention and anticipation. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you
Darasimi. That was
so
a very
much for that
beautiful
wonderful
one.
presentation.
Thank you. Any questions?
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Darasimi, for that wonderful presentation. I truly admire the fact that you're looking to enter into this STEM field for your future aspirations. Data analysis. Data analysis is something I also have a particular interest in. And yes, kudos to that. Kudos for that. We'll still definitely get back to you to address you with further questions. However, we would like to take the fourth speaker
Okay,
before we
do
go
abeg come.
proper into discussions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Come now,
Please
don't comot
kindly
am now.
mute your mics. Apologies for that. Apologies for that break. Please let's all ensure to kindly mute our mics to avoid further disruptions. I would like to invite the fourth speaker, and that is Ms. Oyindamola Sogbade for her presentation. The floor is yours.
Good day, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to speak here today. My name is Oyindamola Sogbade, and I'll be talking on unlocking creativity and thinking outside the box. All right, so unlocking creativity, thinking outside the box. Please, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. I'll start by explaining what creativity is. Creativity is a mindset, is a way of thinking that involves generating original ideas, challenging traditional norms, and daring to explore new possibilities. It is not a skill that is limited to art or design, as most people believe. Yet, in our society, creativity often takes the backseat to conformity. We are not encouraged to go against the norms or to challenge what we are, but we are instructed to follow rules to the letter and follow within the lines. We are thrown expressions like curiosity kills the cat, do as you are told, no questions asked. This is part of the problem. The most groundbreaking innovations that man has ever had were by people that did not follow the norm. They were made by people that went against everything that they have known to be correct and true. They were made by people that did not play it safe. We should realize that we should not conform to the rules and the norms and follow the tide or follow the crowd. We should ask questions. So how can we unlock our creativity? I believe that we can unlock our creativity, and here are some key strategies that are necessary. First, we should embrace curiosity. Curiosity is the spark that ignites creativity. We should embrace childlike wonder and approach problems with a fresh perspective. We need to question how things are done and why they aren't done differently. We should ask questions. We should not sit down and believe that because we are told that something is so, that that is how it must be all the time, that we cannot improve upon it and we cannot do it differently. Curiosity means going out, going against, challenging the things that you have known, that people have told you since your inception, since you were born, challenging the things that you have been taught conventionally in a classroom, because sometimes it might not be what will push you out, what will help the world, what will promote creativity. You keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we are curious, and curiosity keeps us leading us down new paths, something that the Walt Disney said, and I believe that he is totally true and correct because creativity, rather curiosity, is what informed man that that if you strike two rocks together, a fire would burn. Or it is what has pushed man from our days of living in caves
to the technological advancements that we have been able to make now. Creativity, rather curiosity, is what pushes us to be creative. So we should not dampen our curiosity, but rather we should ask questions, and we should not be afraid of the questions that we ask. Furthermore, we should encourage diversity. Embracing diversity fosters a rich exchange of ideas and challenges of our own assumptions. Let us seek out those whose views on various topics differ from ours so that we broaden our horizons. Mingle with people of different cultures, disciplines, and backgrounds to inspire innovative thinking. Sometimes the only thing that you need to do when facing a problem is look at it from a different angle or a different perspective, because the one you might be looking at it at may be blurry or unclear to you. Narrow-mindedness might inhibit our creativity. So we should be open to different, diverse disciplines, diverse opinions. We should listen to what other people have to say about various topics that we are conflicted on. We should also embrace failure. Creativity is messy, it's unpredictable. Sooner or later, you will encounter failure, because not because you are not good or not because you do not have the skill, but because you are going down paths that nobody else has gone through. You are doing new things that people have not ventured to do before. So definitely you encounter failure. And instead of being dismayed, you should pick the valuable lessons in each failure and use them as stepping stones to your breakthrough. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And that is true. Every time you fail, you have narrowed down the endless possibilities that you have to gather, or the endless experiments, if I may, that you have to conduct to make a theory or make an invention work. So you narrow down the things that you have to do because of the failures that you have. So do not be discouraged, but frame discomfort as progress. Know that yes, you are moving forward. You have failed, but you will not stay on the ground. So keep moving, keep pushing, because you will soon reach your open door. More so, we should break free from our comfort zone. Our comfort zone is where we are safe, where we are not challenged, where we are most comfortable. We should go outside and think big. We should disrupt our daily routine. We should try new things that will spark new connections and stimulate fresh ideas. We should challenge ourselves to take risks and venture into the unknown. We should not be lazy in seeking information. We should not stay with the things that we have always known. We should move out, and we should try to learn new things. We should try to open our mind to new things, because growth does not happen in our safe places, but outside our safety bubble. I also believe that we should foster a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is a mindset that believes that intelligence and ability can be developed through dedication and hard work. Embrace the belief that you can grow, learn, and improve your creativity. View setbacks as opportunities for growth, and you see that a growth mindset is a mindset that says, I can do it. Okay, I've made a mistake, I can move. My mistakes help me improve. I get better every single day. I'm on the right track. It's a great experience either way. But a fixed mindset is one that feels that after a mistake, I am wasting my time, I am not good at this, I am afraid. We should develop and foster growth mindset so that we will build our creativity and will be able to help the world at large. Lastly, I believe that we should interact with mentors or role models, people older than us, because connecting with our mentors and brainstorming with them can prove to be another useful tool to unleash creativity. It will provide a situation where ideas from constructing or different generations and experiences collide. What better way is there to unleash our creativity than to collaborate with a figure we look up to one who